Let's have a look at the kettlebell swing. So first things first, when we talk about a kettlebell swing, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going all the way overhead. Okay, usually we talk about a Russian swing, which is around about to your eye line, and we talk about American kettlebell swing, which is all the way overhead. There isn't one that's better than the other. But what is important to know is the goal of the kettlebell swing is for it to be a big hip drive. Our core, glutes, legs, that's what needs to work hard with the kettlebell swing, not necessarily our arms. Our arms are actually just straps holding onto the kettlebell. So what we don't want with a kettlebell swing is people overdoing the arm work. So they're trying to pick the kettlebell up with their arms. We're trying to practice this hip drive, and it should be a hinging movement. Okay, so the first things first, when we think about a kettlebell swing, although a lot of the times we put it in as a blue option, this isn't necessarily easy, and this isn't necessarily a better way to swing. Overhead is just sometimes a restricted position or a slightly more difficult position for someone that has got not as good mobility, and that's why we would often use it as a blue option, the Russian swing. Okay, when we actually go for the kettlebell swing, the first thing we want to get right is we're setting up behind the kettlebell. So I'm setting up behind the kettlebell that I need to reach forward. I'm tipping it over, and then I can almost drag it in to start my movement. Okay, so that's the first thing. We're not going to stand right over the kettlebell. Then when I actually go for my swings, the checkpoints that I want to get right is when I'm in my hinging position, my bum is nice and far back. I've obviously got a straight back, and my chest is facing towards the ground. From here, I'm going to have a good position to drive with my hips. The second thing I'm going to think about is I'm not going to swing the kettlebell down here by the ground. I want to think about the side of my forearms touching the inside of my thigh. So this is the position I'm getting into, and then from there I'm going to swing either Russian swing or for American kettlebell swing. So I'm setting up, driving in. As you can see, my arms are just straps. My hips are doing the work, and if we go for a full swing, my arms will kick in a little bit more. And that's the kettlebell swing.